Does the gentleman from Texas seek recognition?
Mr. Speaker, I move that the House suspend the rules and pass the bill H.R. 6140 as amended.
Clerk will report the title of the bill.
H.R. 6140, a bill to require the Secretary of Energy to establish and carry out a program to support the availability of HALEU for domestic commercial use and for other purposes.
Pursuant to the rule, the gentleman from Texas, Mr. Flores, and the gentleman from Texas, Mr. Green, each will control 20 minutes. The chair recognizes the first gentleman from Texas, Mr. Flores.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I ask unanimous consent that all members may have 5 legislative days in which to revise and extend their remarks and insert extraneous materials into the record of the bill.
Without objection, so ordered. The gentleman from Texas, Mr. Flores, is recognized for such time as he may consume.
Mr. Speaker, I yield myself such time as I may consume.
Without objection.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I thank Chairman. I thank you for the time. Nuclear power is a clean and efficient source of zero emissions energy. Today, it generates approximately 20% of our country's always-on baseload electricity for our homes and businesses. Most nuclear reactors that are currently in use are very similar in nature and operate on a fuel that is generally enriched below 5%. The next generation of advanced reactors under development, however, vary in size and operation, and they will require flexibility and efficiencies from an advanced fuel. This fuel, known as high-assay low-enriched uranium, or HALEU for short, is enriched at higher levels than what is available in the current commercial market. The Bipartisan Advanced Nuclear Fuel Availability Act, which I introduced with my friend from California, Mr. McInerney, establishes a public-private partnership through the Energy Department's Office of Nuclear Energy to support the availability of HALEU for domestic commercial use. A March 2017 survey of 18 advanced reactor developers based in the United States found that the lack of availability of advanced fuels is the foremost factor that would impede the development and deployment of advanced reactor technologies. Simply put, this bill would ensure that there is a supply of advanced fuel available for domestic commercial industry purchase for the advanced reactors of tomorrow. Global energy demand will continue to increase, and emissions-free nuclear power is the ultimate green source to meet those needs for the generation of electricity. It is important that we pass this bill to give American innovators a competitive edge in designing and deploying the reactors of tomorrow. I want to thank again Mr. McInerney for working with me on this issue, as well as our committee leadership and staff for their assistance in bringing this legislation forward. I urge my colleagues to support this bipartisan measure. I reserve the balance of my time.
Gentleman